Revolution, is it the biggest AEW pay-per-view? I don't know, but I guess we're all still looking forward to it. I'm joined by some good mates here, and we're going to talk through everything that's going to happen on the card, do a little predictions for you guys. So hope you enjoy it. Stick around. AEW Revolutions 2021 predictions coming up next. What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And today we are doing AEW Revolution 2021 predictions. This is one of the biggest shows of the year. And, you know, coming out of it, AEW have a lot of, you know, good news with new shows on the horizon, things of that nature. So I think this is going to be a pretty good show. It's going to be really popular for them and their fans. And yeah, we got a prediction show, but you know, these prediction shows, I don't like doing them alone, you know. So we've got some guys in the building, AEW enthusiasts, I would call them. And I'm going to start by introducing you guys to one of them. Hello, mate. We got GG. We got GG on the show. GG, how you doing, bro?
All good, man. Love to be here, man. Shout out to
Cool.
you every time, man. Big up.
No, I appreciate that. And we have got the Japanese hood correspondent extraordinaire. NK is in the building.
Yo,
NK,
up,
how you doing?
So we're NK, the man that out to sweet to be sour. You know, glad to be on it.
Cool. So, is there anything particular before we get into the predictions itself that you guys are looking forward to on this show?
Who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it? I need to know who it is, bro. Do you know?
Tony's been running his mouth on social media. Like, I need to know.
Tony has been running his mouth. I've built in a little segment where we're going to talk about this specifically, but yeah, it is kind of stealing the thunder of the entire show right now with you know, his whole prediction of who could it be, and you know, us figuring it out and trying to figure it out. So yeah, I think we're all kind of looking forward to seeing who that could be. What about the match you're looking forward to the most?
Barbed wire death match, easy. I have to see that. I have to see what these men are gonna do. Like, I've never seen this on a big stage like this. So yeah, most anticipated match, barbed wire death match.
What about you, GG?
Yeah, I think it's going to be that, man. But I'm also looking forward to the street fight, man. Now I know that Sting's taking proper bumps. I'm intrigued. I was expecting a full cinematic style, and I think we're getting a proper scrap now.
Yeah, likewise. Okay, we'll get round to that. But yeah, we're gonna jump into the predictions. Before we do, guys, please remember to like the stream if you're watching. As well as hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so you get notified every time I drop a new video. And we're gonna jump straight into it. AEW Revolution 2021 pay-per-view predictions. We're gonna start with so I've put these in order of maybe where they will come on the show. Obviously, I'm not really sure of the exact card right now, but obviously we got the buy-in matches, and we'll start with the women's tag match. We have Riho and Thunder Rosa teaming up against Dr. Britt Baker, D.MD, and REBA. Obviously, the real beef here is between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Riho, good to see her back in AEW. REBA is just she's a joke woman. She makes me laugh. I like her. I really do like her. So we'll start with you, GG. Thoughts on this match? Who's going to be the winner?
See, I need to start with. I think there's going to be possibly a swerve here because they keep mentioning Reba being injured. Tony Khan said something about it on the unrestricted, so I don't know if there's maybe a swerve here where we get a different partner for Britt, but I don't know. I think it's probably going to have to be Thunder Rosa and Riho, man, and you know they're going to obviously eventually have a little match again or whatever. But yeah, I think it'll be them two, man.
What about you, NK? What are you thinking?
Funny enough, like 3 out of the 4 members of this match should have won the tournament. But 3 out of the 4 members should have won the tournament, but I digress. Do you know what? It's interesting. I feel like the Thunder Rosa and Riho might win it simply because I see them pushing Thunder Rosa a lot. Like, they've done a lot to like establish Thunder Rosa as one of the top women on the roster. But I don't even know if she's signed to AEW. I think she's still with NWA. No,
Yeah.
Probably a little handshake.
I
with
don't know
the-
in it, but
We
I
haven't
guess-
seen Thunder Rosa's All Elite, so
yeah, I don't know, but I guess Thunder Rosa and Riho would win. I mean, a loss doesn't hurt Britt Baker, but at the same time, she needs a bit of
How
momentum
many
because
can she take though?
how
man?
many
You
can
can't
she take
just
before
go-
it becomes too much? We're not at that stage yet, but
Mm.
we're getting close to it. So we need some momentum for Britt Baker. But I think Thunder Rosa and Riho are gonna win.
yeah, I don't think it hurts Britt Baker losing a tag match per se. Yeah, I think Thunder Rosa Riho's obviously just come back into the company somewhat, so she could do with kind of getting some more wins under her belt. Like, I don't. The only women's match on the card is the women's title match, and that's kind of rubbed me up the wrong way in its own kind of way. And not, I mean, this is a bit of a nothing match, so I'm not saying it deserves to be on the main card, but I mean, NK, we've spoken extensively about the women's division. GG, what's your opinion on how things are being dealt with in the women's division?
I think they've listened. They've put on a tournament across a few weeks. I know not all of it was on the weekly show, but they've put them into the spotlight in the past few weeks, and you can't knock them for that. Like, same as you guys. Well, I think Britt Baker should have possibly won it. She needs to be the champ. Like, she's got all
Front
the
and center.
charisma. She's a star. So it was a shame to see, the winners. But yeah, I don't know, man. People knock it a lot, but it takes time, man. We have to take time. these days, man.
No, yeah, I respect that. It does take time to build a division and find the right characters, and as well as one of their main things is probably teaching them the art of performing on TV. We're
Yeah.
given a lot of their backgrounds before now, so yeah, I think, but it seems a bit like one step forward, two steps back at times. But yeah, it looks like, I think, as my prediction as well, Riho and Thunder Rosa are probably going to get the win here. So cool. We'll crack on with the other match that I assume is going to be on the buy-in, and that is this Casino Tag Team Royale. So we've seen these before. We saw a we saw a tag team battle royale a couple of weeks ago, which is the one Chris Jericho and MJF won to become #1 contenders. Like previously, I'm not sure about the record of how often the person that wins this match actually goes on to win the title. I don't think it's ever happened.
No.
But yeah, we'll start with NK. From those that's been announced, or for the tag team, the Casino Tag Team Royale, who do you think is gonna come out as the winner?
Do you know what? I've got two picks. I've got Santana and Ortiz, and I've got Pac and Ray Phoenix. The reason why I have Santana and Ortiz, I feel like this whole Inner Circle storyline, the whole thing of Jericho and MJF being the chosen tag team with the Inner Circle, is really rubbing Santana and Ortiz the wrong way. And you've seen even from the way Ortiz reacted to losing to the Young Bucks, like, I feel like if anyone in the Inner Circle is gonna take the titles off the Bucks, it's gonna be Santana and Ortiz. And I feel like there's little hints of a storyline that could potentially go forward. And the second one is just pure subjectivity. I want to see Pac and Ray Phoenix in a tag match against the Young Bucks. Like, of course, I would love the Lucha Bros, but it doesn't seem like they're going in that direction right now.
Yeah.
So the next best thing, Pac and Ray Phoenix, and it'll be a treat to see. It doesn't say that the match will be at a pay-per-view either. So I'm assuming this might be a television match as well. So if it is as well, yeah, Pac and Ray Phoenix will be a good TV tag match.
What about you, GG? What are you thinking?
Yeah, man, I agree, man. I think it's a bit weird how they've just thrusted them in there kind of last minute. So that kind of tells me there may not necessarily be a bigger plan for them. So Proud and Powerful would be a good shout. But yeah, I think just for the match alone, I'm willing it to be them two, Pac and Ray Phoenix, man. That's what I'm willing for, because I think it'll be great. Or who was I thinking of? They're in the match. Dark Order in the match.
Yeah.
There's another team I was just thinking of, but no, it's fine.
Let me put the graphic on the screen and see if it jogs your memory.
SCU, are they involved at all? Because
not pictured, but they might turn up.
Because they kind of teased that whole Kazarian Daniel split a few weeks ago, nothing's happened, so that could be a potential maybe.
And yeah, like we were saying, you know, I said at the top of this, the few casino tag team royales they've done, the winner has never gone on to win the actual belts. I think my guess is also Pac and Phoenix. They're the biggest names in this match, and they will put on a brilliant match with the Young Bucks. I'm sure they could probably take a loss. You know, it looks like once those trios titles get established, they might be the first champions
Death Triangle
with Penta. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's probably what I'd go for. Proud and Powerful, they've recently obviously had a chance at the tag team titles, and that's my one line of thinking why it won't be them. But of course, it could be as well someone that we're not expecting. You know, don't be surprised if it's Silver and Reynolds or someone like that.
Could be.
So,
well, why does he love throwing casino in front of everything, man? Is it just to sell this game? Like, is it
that's a good point, because I was just about to ask. Even the whole Double or Nothing and all these kind of casino references. Does anyone know what that's about?
No, all I know, I remember something about Double or Nothing where I don't know who said it. It might be Cody or somebody, but it's Double or Nothing basically referencing that AEW bet on themselves. So it's kind of like, you know, we bet on ourselves. We're going against the odds, and then that's maybe where this casino thing has come from. You know, the little man betting on himself. So
just kept it going, and now it's just they've.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a casino still Cajun? Like, like what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean the line of sense NK just made about it kind of makes sense, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as we know, that is the buy-in, the pre-show, and as far as I saw, if I'm correct, Tony Khan announced that the first match on the card is going to be the tag match. The Young Bucks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he announced this a couple days ago. Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho and MGF is going to open up the main show for the World Tag Team Championships. Now, I have my prediction, but I really think in the last couple of days I've been swayed, and I think this match can go either way. GG, we'll start with you. Who do you think is going to walk out as champion?
This might be the toughest one to call, man, because
Yeah.
just the way the Inner Circle storyline has been proper, like, built on every week now, they could easily, you know, have infight in with Santana and Ortiz and go that way, or do they need to keep the belts on Bucks for whatever's going to happen with the Good Brothers and things like that? It's fun to gauge. Where do the belts need to be? And you could argue they don't necessarily need to be on the Bucks at the moment for those stories to unfold. So honestly, this is the toughest one, bro. I honestly don't know, man. I think my gut says Young Bucks, though, just because, you know, I think they need to have a little run for a bit with them.
Yeah. What about you, NK? What are you thinking?
I don't know. For me, it's a foregone conclusion that the Bucks are winning. I don't know why. I don't like. I appreciate this Inner Circle storyline, but I don't think this storyline needs them as champs. I don't know. I just see the Bucks retaining the title for a while. I don't really see MJF and Chris Jericho taking. I mean, it's entirely possible. Like, I'm not ruling that out entirely, but for me, just my brain just says Young Bucks.
And is that because Sammy Guevara is gonna cost Jericho and MJF possibly? But is it too soon? Maybe.
Yeah, so that's part of my line of thinking, that Sammy Guevara is someone that's hanging over the heads of this match in terms of Jericho and MJF. However, can we really put it past the Good Brothers messing this up for Young Bucks as well?
I forgot about true.
And this is where I'm just kind of torn. My guess is the Young Bucks, but there are two entities in Sammy Guevara and the Good Brothers that can completely change the outcome of this match.
Definitely. I'm interested to see, like, the dynamics of the match, because you've got a younger guy in MJF, but he works a very old style, like kind of Jericho does as well. And you've got obviously the high flying Young Bucks, you know. So I'm interested to see, like, how the match is going to be laid out, because right now, I wasn't excited for the match before, but the last 2 weeks has definitely increased my excitement for the match. So I'm very curious. I'm glad this is opening. I'm actually glad this is opening.
You know how it's going to be laid out, bruv. It's going to be like you said. Matt's just going to get beat down. Wait for the Nick Hot tag. There we go. Bring it home.
Tried
The
and
usual
tested
story.
formula.
The usual
Can't go
story.
wrong.
Matt's gonna sell his back for like at least a good 15 minutes. He's gonna sell his back.
You know they love Shawn Michaels the way he sells his back 24/7.
I mean, he's
Honestly.
been selling his back for like 6 years now.
Since New Japan, yeah, early times in New Japan, he's honestly been selling that back for ages. Man needs to go to a chiropractor or something. So yeah, we've all gone Young Bucks, but we acknowledge that the dark arts may be in action here between either the Good Brothers or Sammy Guevara. We'll move on to another tag match on the card, and one that I can honestly say I don't care about at all. Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor versus Miro and Kip Sabian. Before we get into our predictions for this, I mean, NK, what are your thoughts on this entire feud and what
Put
it has
this on
been?
the pre-show. Put this on the pre-show. They should have put this on the pre-show.
the
Like, I don't
bin,
want to
put it
see
in
this
the
on the
bin,
main
bro.
stage. This feud has been, I'm gonna call it out. It's been subpar is the nice way to put it.
Yeah.
It's been poor. I wasn't even a Miro fan coming into. I wasn't even a Rusev fan back in WWE. So Miro coming to AEW was a chance for him to win me over, and they've done nothing of the sort. Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of this feud was, because it clearly didn't get Miro over as a monster. The comedy wasn't funny. You've got Orange Cassidy just stagnating. Like, I could care less about this feud. I hope this is like a 10-minute match at most. Just go through the motions and get this off the card, because I don't
break ting.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
This is like the
Gigi
Jake Hager match from last year. Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes. Just get it away.
was that on pay-per-view?
Yeah, Jake Hager. That was in
On the
last year's
main show.
Revolution. That was like
The
match
main
number
show.
1 or 2.
I can't even remember that.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
Yeah, wow. Gigi, what are your thoughts on this feud so far?
It's a shame, man. Like, I'm really high on the best friends and the whole thing, man, and all their shtick and everything. But this has kind of soured me on their whole thing. But I will say that Tony Khan did say that a lot of plans had changed, like with Trent going out. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what could have happened, but so I'm just gonna say that whether or not it would have helped the story, it's just part of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's not great, man. Get Kip Sabian and Miro in the bin.
Yeah, and apparently Kip Sabian's been injured, hence why he hasn't been in any matches or anything like that. So I guess this is his first match back. Rusev, obviously, you guys know I watch WWE religiously. Rusev, I was the big Rusev advocate. When I saw him be free of his shackles and come to AEW, I thought, Rusev, it's heavyweight champion time. Like, because really and truly, there were times in his WWE career he should have, reached those heights, and they never pulled a trigger on him, kept giving him US titles and stuff like that. And he hasn't shown it. So I don't know whether he's here having fun right now, just, having fun before he gets serious. But I think even if that's the case, he's turned a lot of people against him. A lot of people maybe don't believe in him. Obviously, someone like NK that didn't believe in him anyway, he hasn't proven anything to him. No reason why I should believe in him. And it's a shame. In terms of predictions, sorry,
let me just. I just think that, like, he's trying to be himself too much. I think where he didn't really have a chance to do a lot in the later stages of WWE, now he's trying to be himself and bring a character to it. But I think it's too much, man. I just want to see him just be silent, wreck everything.
Wreck guys, yeah. And yeah, that's what he was very good at in WWE. If I remember correctly, when he got pulled over to main roster, he was on a very long undefeated streak until beaten by John Cena at WrestleMania for the US title.
Yeah,
he needs to rekindle that guy sort of thing, like, rather than try and get this whole gaming thing over.
Yeah.
I'm not here for it. My prediction, I think Miro and Kip Sabian will get the win here. NK, what about yourself?
Yeah, I see Chuck Taylor taking the pin, and Miro and Kip Sabian winning, and please be done with this feud after this. Please be done with it.
Literally, I wanted it to end at the wedding, but here we are. GG, what are you saying?
Yeah, Miro Kip Sabian, probably.
Yeah. Cool. So I've put next the women's title match. So it's going to be Hikaru Shida, and we now know she's going to face Ryo Mizunami. Firstly, Gigi, what are your thoughts on the entire, women's tournament, how they put that together, and then your predictions for this match?
I thought it was good, man. I'll be honest, I haven't seen enough of it.
Mhm.
I've seen a few days of them, but yeah, I like the matches, man. Sorry, what's her name?
Ryu Mizunami.
Rio
No,
Mizunami.
no,
Ryu
no.
Mizunami.
This Maki Ito. Maki Ito.
Maki Ito. Yeah.
Yeah, she was great. I was really impressed with her
Yeah.
character, everything. Like, because I've not seen it, man, and it was good, man. And there was a lot of good wrestling, man. It's good to see Aja Kong, like legend.
Yeah.
Like, it was good. I enjoyed it, man. The stuff I did see.
I think they had clearly shot this before they told us about it. Obviously, because the likes of Mizunami would have had to come here and, or I say here, America, and isolate and stuff like that before she was on TV. So yeah, I think if they knew that Maki Ito was going to be such a star with the Western crowd, I think she would have got a bit more of a push in the tournament rather than
Mhm.
But
leaving
her
as
thing
early
is,
as she did.
her thing is that she loses, though, isn't it? Isn't that part of her whole thing?
I think so, but I think the crowd, like as fans, socials and everything, everyone really took to her. So
Yeah.
they've already kind of said that she's gonna
Coming
be
back.
in AEW at one point. So yeah. Who do you think is gonna win this match, NK?
Hikaru Shida retained. I don't see them putting a title on Ryo Mizunami. Simply because I think Ryo Mizunami has commitments in Japan, and two, like we've like to the Dynamite watcher, they've seen her once. They've seen her. Well, technically, it's saw her far back ago,
Long time
long
ago.
time ago. But the
Opening
fact
night.
that you have to remind your fans that you haven't seen this girl in a while. I think this is just again there to show a good women's match on a pay-per-view, and they're gonna go out and have a good time. But there's no way Hikaru Shida lose the title to Ryo Mizunami over Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. There's no way. There's no way. They can't do that.
What do you think, Gigi?
Yeah, Hikaru Shida's just got the record for the longest title reign. I don't think they're gonna end it so soon after. And like you said, a big name needs to take it from her. Someone we know, someone we love.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, that's my guess as well. Shida retains, and it begs the question: what was the point in the tournament?
Just to show, I guess. Do you know what the tournament did do? For me personally, the tournament did a lot of workers that I thought I didn't have faith in. Like, I wasn't really the biggest Nyla Rose person. Nyla Rose turned a real corner for me in this tournament. Like,
I'd agree.
the work she put in the ring, she turned a real corner for me in this. Britt Baker was always good in the ring, but like she showed me something like different. I wish the tournament was all in one place, because it really showed that in terms of in ring, the women have greatly improved. Now, of course, the positioning and the promotion of the women needs to improve, and they've taken baby steps, but nothing monumental yet. But at least for me, what the tournament showed me is that okay, like they've taken a tiny step forward, a tiny step one, but it's a step forward nonetheless. So that's what the tournament showed me. And sign Maki Ito, please. I love that one. Sign her. There's a promo she did. You can find it on YouTube. It's her and Thunder Rosa. I don't know what company it's for. Thunder Rosa's cutting a promo in English, and then Maki Ito just starts screaming out, "Me not speak English, I'm Japanese," and it's the funniest. Like, she's hilarious. So yeah, sign her.
She's got a lot of charisma. You can see that.
Yeah, I love it.
I think you know what, the women's tournament was good to give them a tournament. Tony Khan has went on and said that this is going to be an annual thing. For me personally, and it might sound a bit bougie, they definitely need to lift the production standards of the Japanese side of things if they're going to do this again. I found that very, AEW's, they're not a small fry indie. You see what I mean? Like, they could have done a bit more than having like an unironed AEW flag hanging down in the back of where the ladies in Japan were. Obviously, pandemic not being in place, maybe it would have all been done at the same place. I do think they could have spotlighted it more with having more matches actually on Dynamite, because the matches we got, like NK said, were very good and the woman showed something there. But it's one step forward, two steps back with the women's division. I don't know.
I was funny enough. I've been watching Stardom all day, right? And yeah, if AEW can organize something with them, because them girls, one, the presentation was pretty good. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good from Stardom. And the women there, they can go. Like those girls can go. And I think Stardom and New Japan are owned by the same company. So definitely there's a relationship that can be forged there. But yeah, I don't want them to be over reliant on Japanese talent, like focus at home.
Same.
But I mean, if you can build a relationship with another promotion, I mean, that's always a good asset to have. That's always a good thing to have in your locker. So yeah,
definitely. Right. So let's move on. And next up on the card, we have got the Face of the Revolution ladder match. This is a #1 contenders match for the TNT Championship at a later date. They haven't said when. Currently, the names announced are Scorpio Sky, Pentagon Jr., or Pentadel Zero, and Cody Rhodes, who never had to qualify. Lance Archer, Lance Archer, that qualified after beating Ray Phoenix in a match, and Max Caster qualified after beating 10 from Dark Order in a match. There is going to be one surprise contestant in this match. So we got 2 predictions to do here. GG, who's the 6th man?
Ethan Page, I think it is. I think it's I don't really know who else, unless they're going to bring maybe RVD in or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Ethan Page.
NK, any guesses?
this is a very random one. But this match, when I look at this match, it's missing something, and it's a high flyer. That's what I wanted to think. When you do a ladder match, you need somebody to do something mad, like jump off the ladder or something. But this is very random. I don't know if he has any prior commitments right now, but I'm saying ACH.
Could be possible. He is someone that floats around a lot of the indies, so
yeah, that's just me like in my head, because I'm thinking like you've got the big man. I mean, Scorpio Sky can fly, but he's not a high flyer, so you need somebody mobile. And plus,
Penta
he's not a flyer. Like he's his brothers for that. Phoenix is his brothers that. So
yeah.
I mean, who knows? But my random pick ACH.
So my guess is Trey Miguel. Because obviously Trey Miguel's recently he's returned to Impact, but I'm sure he would have returned under some type of stipulation where he can float around as well to different places. So
that's a very good shout, man.
That's my shout, and obviously they've got that relationship with Impact. So maybe, but yeah,
flips NK.
Yeah, and that could be the guy that fills that bag that NK's talking about. We'll come back to you, GG. Who do you think is winning this match?
If Ethan Page is in it, I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes all the way, because I know him and Darby have worked together before, I'm sure. So I think they're quite, they know each other fairly well. So yeah, why not? Ethan Page wins the tournament, comes in and wins it straight away.
See, you're really, really backing your choice then.
Why not?
Which is cool. That's cool. All right, NK, what about yourself?
Penta. I don't think Archer's winning, because if Archer wins, he should go straight on to beat Darby. And I don't think they want to take the title off Darby. They've paired the guy with Sting. They're not taking the title off him like that. Like, do you know what I mean? They've called him the face of TNT. So you want somebody there. Even though I don't want Penta losing to Darby either. I feel like Penta and Darby will be a great match. I don't want Cody back in the picture again. And the other guys, just going to be honest, like they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet.
Yeah. My guess, you've just invalidated my guess was Lance Archer, but rightly, yeah, if he faces Darby, he has to win it straight away. And I mean, Darby's run has been a bit lackluster. I know he's been caught up in this Sting stuff. Maybe Lance Archer does take it from him, and then maybe Sting helps Darby to kind of rekindle, find himself, and chase down Archer for it. I don't know. But I just think on the trajectory that Archer's taken in the last couple of weeks, he's got to be the favorite to win this. He's been very, very impressive. So
Archer's cold, very good.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. I always love a good ladder match anyway. Right. Next up, let's discuss it. Who will debut? Big Show has said, Paul White has said that a Hall of Fame worthy talent is going to debut, has already signed a long-term deal, right? Tony Khan has said, I think it was today, if not yesterday, that the person that has signed is one of his favorite wrestlers.
Of
It's
all time.
also come out today that Christian has not got a WWE contract.
Oh, it is true.
Christian has not got a WWE contract. Now, Christian is one of my guesses. I think I put in one of the group chats. I'll just run through my guesses. Kurt Angle was one of mine, but I guess Kurt Angle is already in the Hall of Fame. So if he said Hall of Fame worthy, maybe it's not Kurt Angle. I think maybe himself, if he's trying to get some heel heat, he'll announce it as himself. But I think too much has been made of this decision right now for it just to be him.
And you know why? Sorry, I don't think he's going to be doing that way because he's going to be on commentary with Tony Schiavone, and I don't really think they're going to go for a heel commentator as him. Yeah, it's just
but
gonna
then
be
that's my reason why I thought it might
really?
be him, because they may go for a heel commentator, and that would obviously make him a heel. So yeah, but yeah, they may not. Christian was going to be one of my guesses, but I didn't know his WWE commitments. I would personally find Christian underwhelming. I don't know how anyone else would feel, but yeah, my last guess, since it pertains to commentary, was Mauro Ranello. Obviously, with the contributions he's made to combat sports on commentary, he could be deemed as Hall of Fame worthy. So what do you guys think? What are you guys' guesses for who this person is?
I have no idea. The way, because the way Tony Khan is talking about it, it's making me like fantasy book a mad wrestler, but it's not gonna be like, okay, the stuff that comes to my head, obviously, I have to say the obligatory Phil Brooks. Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Like, I have to say the obligatory one, because when you say like something, the way Tony Khan is talking about, Tony Khan's mentioned that this person's gonna be signed to a multi-year contract. Didn't specify in ring, but I'm assuming it's an in-ring contract. So I'd say CM Punk is that mega signing that, you know, he signs, Twitter erupts. Christian, I like Christian a lot, but you don't gas Christian like this. Christian,
Never
yeah.
gas Christian. That's rule
You
number
don't gas
one.
Christian
Never.
like this. Like, Christian is somebody like, for example, if he came out in the ladder match, oh snap, that's Christian. He's sick. You don't say Christian's one of your favorite wrestlers of all time.
But maybe they're trying to make, obviously, Christian's closest comparison is Edge, and you can see how Edge is treated in WWE, and maybe they're trying to make that kind of same, you know, noise about Christian to put him on par. You see what I mean? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying.
Tony Khan's better. Like, if he does that, I'm gonna start side-eyeing Tony Khan. Tony Khan knows his wrestling. Like, he knows his wrestling, so he knows better than to do that. I don't know. I have no idea.
GG, what about you? What do you think?
Who is it, bruv? Who is it? Tell me who it is. I need to know, bruv. I can't sleep. Who is it?
You don't have a guess? What about you? What's your guess? You must have one guess.
I do. It's just doing my nutting, man. Like, there's so many names that are just keep coming out the woodworks. My gut instinct, and I don't know why, and it still is Lesnar. I just think it will just blow everything up. I just want to will it into existence, bruv, because that will just blow up everything, man. And I want it to happen, man. It'll be massive. I don't see it realistically happening with Heyman over on these sides, but bruv, I just think that would be amazing. But obviously, Kurt Angle, no, because of the Hall of Fame worthy thing. You want to say something about Lesnar? NK.
If Lesnar comes, yeah, I don't know what to do with myself, because I don't know what to like. I'm telling myself my problem is, I think Tony Khan's like, he has to deliver because he dug himself a hole. He's been gassing this, like when Paul White said on Dynamite someone special's coming, I'm like, okay, cool. But if the owner of the company is saying that this is one of his favorite wrestlers, and people are making it like, he's gone on different platforms like about this. This is kind of eclipsed like even the barbed wire death match in terms of anticipation for a lot of people.
The whole pay-per-view is hinging on this at this point. Like,
so like, it better be if it
wasn't someone big. Now it's gonna have to be.
Like, it has to be.
He might be scrambling, thinking, "Oh mate,
if I see Kevin Nash, I'm gonna be so upset."
Nah, again, you know, we've mentioned Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac. While these men are running NXT, I don't think any of them would show up because that's their people, their minute. Yeah, I think the biggest names of like active, semi-active guys it could be is Punk and Lesnar. Those are the
think it's
biggest
Punk,
names.
bro.
I don't think it's either, but
because he made it so clear in that promo, it's not who you think it is, and they know that we are gonna jump on CM Punk straight away, man. So I think because they've made that so clear, I don't think it will be, man. So who is it? Who is it, bruv? Please tell me who it is. Tell me. I need to know.
West Coast Popcast in the chat. Thanks for joining us, bro. He said, "I'm betting the big Hall of Fame signee will be my guy Kurt Angle." Now, it could be Kurt Angle. The thing is, they said Hall of Fame worthy, so I don't know if that pertains to, you know, someone that's already in the Hall of Fame or not in the Hall of Fame.
It could be anyone. Like when I said it could be anyone. Like
Kurt, Famer, wouldn't you?
Kurt Angle's a good signing. It's great. Like Kurt Angle, because of the way this is Tony Khan's fault. Because of the way he's hyped it, he'd be adequate. But I need something monumental. I'm going into this thinking I'm going to see a madness. But
furthermore, do you guys think it's an actual legend, or do you think it's someone that's actually active, or at least part-time active?
To be safe, I think it's going to be an actual legend. I wouldn't be surprised. Nah, I was going to say Bret Hart, but like, what's he going to do?
What about anyone in Japan?
See, Suzuki's contract is up fairly soon, isn't it? But I don't see them obviously announcing any. Is it not? I thought he was coming to.
No, I was just shaking my head because I don't want that.
No, me neither. But I'm sure there was rumblings about that. But that's the problem, isn't it? Now that these doors are open, that eliminates them, doesn't it? Because you're not going to announce it. It's not going to be someone from Impact or necessarily. I don't think so. It's got to be. I don't know, man. See, people
and the
say
reason
Daniel
why.
Cormier.
Who'd you say? Sorry,
Daniel Cormier from UFC.
Oh, okay. Hall of Fame worthy, questionable.
The reason why I don't think it's going to be anyone from or New Japan specifically, could be a guy from Noah, but because you don't want to like reach an agreement with a company and then sign one of their top talents like straight away.
No,
that's bad for business. So like
West Coast Popcast says you thinking Tanahashi from New Japan. He's too much of a cornerstone, I think.
They wouldn't have to make it a deal that they're going to sign a contract if it's someone that they can now openly work with anyway.
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
Maybe that's all lip service though. That could just be lip service. Like, yeah, you know, we've signed him to a long-term deal, but he can obviously still go back and forth. We would never really know the ins and outs of his contract, but you know, I think let's the fact it can be so many people, let's just wait till Sunday and turn out and see whether we're excited or pissed off at all the noise.
Call off personality one more time.
Go on YouTube, bro. That's where you're gonna hear it. I think no, WWE got him the license for it at the time, so I don't know going forward.
Yeah, because he used it in UFC. So
okay,
yeah, he used it when he was in UFC. So I think he can just bounce. Yeah, that's not gonna be played in any company, to be honest. Because WWE don't own it.
Yeah, they don't own
it. Tony loves paying for a tune now as well, man.
Yeah,
loves it.
Cool. Let's crack on. We've got a semi-big singles match. Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt versus Hangman Page. This is for what is it? All the quarter earnings that either man has earned. The loser has to hand it over. A match I've kind of become invested in the last couple of weeks. I do think it's a foregone conclusion who wins this, but for formalities, we will run through it. GG, who's your pick?
Yeah, it's got to be Hangman, man. They've referenced like he's on a bit of a hot streak at the moment, so I think we're slowly seeing him edge towards Kenny, and especially, you know, not to spoil my guess for later, but if, you know, Moxley's going to be written off TV possibly to go have his kid and that, then yeah, I think Hangman. And I don't know where we go with the Matt Hardy gimmick if he ain't got no P's. Well, obviously he still have some P's in the bank, but
yeah,
you know, this is a big significant chunk of his money. So, but yeah, Hangman definitely.
I guess that gives another leg to his story though. If he's like broke all of a sudden and he's meant to be Big Money Matt, so that could be kind of interesting. Probably play out pretty well on being the elite.
Make him more desperate to sign up these younger talents and extort.
Yeah, exactly. NK, anything out of the ordinary with your pick here?
No, this is a match that I'm invested in for storyline purposes, but in ring, I don't really care to see Matt Hardy and Hangman Page. But like Matt Hardy's experienced enough to where even though he can't go like he used to, like the match will be good. The match will be fine. The match will be good. But storyline wise, I've been very happy the way they've told their story. Hangman Page needs a win, and he's going to get the win. And I've liked the fact that, you know, he's not a dumb babyface. Like, he's actually, like, he outsmarted the heel. He put the heel in a sticky position, and now he's going to triumph over the heel. And, you know, because Hangman Page has been a very sad guy recently. Very sad. He hasn't had a lot to smile about. Give my guy something to smile about.
I hope he takes his winnings from Matt Hardy and spends it on the Dark Order somehow, some way. I think that would be a nice little way to round off their thing.
Imagine them all on lawnmowers.
Yeah, something mad like that.
Just
I think that would be pretty good.
All of them. That'd be
yeah, but I think it's foregone conclusion. Hangman Page gets the win here. Let's talk about this was the first match to be announced on this card, I believe, early January. It is the street fight. Sting and the TNT champion Darby Allin is gonna go up against Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. First time we've seen Sting in AEW in a match. First time he's been in a ring full stop for quite a few years now, since whatever happened to him in WWE happened. For me, Team Taz need a big win, but they're not getting it tonight on this night. NK, we'll start with you. Who do you think is going to win the street fight?
The emo boys are going to win. But the thing is, I think I'm one of the few people that actually like Darby and Sting. I don't know, I like it. I just like the aesthetics of it. Like, I don't know, I like them two together. But I feel like this match is going to be insane. Darby is a lunatic. He's going to take a very, very, very mad bump. And the thing is, I'm sure they'll pad certain areas of the ring or whatever they do to protect Sting. But we're going to see Darby get his ass whooped for a good 15 minutes, and somehow he'll do a coffin drop off a bridge and the victory, that he's going to get the victory. But this match is going to be insane. From the last street fight they had, AEW can do street fights. So I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
GG, before you give your prediction, I mean, it looks as if this is going to be an in-ring match. But do you think there's any chance it could be actually as a pre-taped cinematic match?
No, not now. I think I had that impression, but the way Sting's taking proper bumps in the ring and stuff, and we've seen a lot of chaos in the ring and around the ring, I don't see him now taking it back to cinematic style now.
Who do you think is going to win?
Sting. They're not going to give Sting a loss on his first match, 100%. Can I just say, though, how beautiful was that 30 seconds or whatever it was on Dynamite with Sting driving the whip with Darby in the body bag and just dragging him through the desert? That 30 seconds was just so good, man.
The one thing I've been impressed with since Sting came, obviously his debut was massive. Then we had a lot of weeks of him doing basically nothing. Him dragging Hook out in a body bag popped me. I love that. I really like that.
I was fully expecting Darby, and even for that, I was like, even the way he's just dragging him, just like you don't care, just dragging him to the ring, I thought was sick anyway. And then when it was Hook, brilliant swerve.
Yeah. Jonesy, evening guys. Big up Jonesy. You guys follow him. That's another British wrestling content creator here on YouTube. We done a video earlier on this week, so yeah, you can check that out. But yeah, he's also talking about the big hype on the mystery signing. Yeah, we've just kind of spoke about it, bro, in terms of who that could be. So yeah, that is, like we said, probably one of the standout moments that we're all going to be looking forward to on this pay-per-view. Nothing left to talk about now apart from the main event. AEW World Championship on the line. The champion Kenny Omega defending against the former champion Jon Moxley in an exploding barbed wire death match. A lot has been said about this match. A lot of people don't want to see this match. They feel like, it's not with the times. It could be very dangerous. It can go very wrong. My opinion is that, I haven't lived through this. Like, I've seen some of these, in the past, but I want to live through watching this. I want to see people's reactions as they watch this. I will hold my hands up. I am a bloodthirsty wrestling fan. I love when I see blood in my wrestling. I don't like people cutting themselves, but when there's a genuine, busted open or something, I think it really helps to tell the stories at times. I am thoroughly looking forward to this match. And this is 2021. I can't imagine that they're not going to, gimmick some of these things. It's going to be very safe. This isn't going to be, 80s and 90s when they were doing this and all hell could break loose and, people are losing pints and pints of blood. Although, of course, that could still happen. NK, firstly, do you want to see a match of this kind of level of violence?
Yes, but I'm terrified. Like I love their all out match. No, was it all out, all in? All out. No, Full Gear, sorry.
Full gear, yeah, the full gear.
So I love their Full Gear match. Like that match, was crazy to me.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a barbed wire death match before. Like, in fact, I have in research for this match, but before this match, I'd never even heard of it.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is why AEW was built for. To show us matches that we wouldn't see on prime time television from the other company. Like, you would never see, like, do you know what I mean? And so this is something new. This is something, like, very unique for big promotions like this to do. I'm excited because both of these men are crazy. A lot of people are underestimating how crazy Kenny Omega is. Of course, this is Moxley's realm. This is Moxley's world. Mm-hmm. But Kenny's insane. So somebody's going to get V-triggered into the thing. Moxley probably suplex it. It's going to be mad. There's going to be blood. Hide your kids, hide your wives. This is not for the children. 18 plus, but it's going to be great.
GG, what about yourself? Is this something you want to see in your wrestling? You don't mind it as a one-off? Do you like the gore? What do you think?
I'm gassed for it, man. It's been built properly. Like, what else could they now do? The first match was like push the envelope, as it was. Crazy like spots in that match, and then they had a pure wrestling match. They had to build to something. Kenny's building this Moxley extermination device thing. And, I think Moxley is possibly going to get written off TV for a bit. But I'm surprised that he didn't lose his belt, his US belt. I was fully expecting, let's take everything from him. Let's send him on his way. So the redemption story when he comes back, even bigger. But now he's kept the US belt and I'm a bit baffled. But yeah, Kenny's gonna win.
So I think there is a chance where, just so it's not very telltale, they kept the US belt on him for now. He can be written off AEW TV and then maybe defend that one more time before he goes off properly for whatever extended leave he takes. But yeah, maybe just for the sake of not kind of showing all of their hand, so to speak, they kept it on him for a while. Like we all kind of mentioned, we know he's expecting his first child very soon, so this will probably write him off TV. His promo, I think 2 weeks ago, was pretty much like he was dying, at the end of this match. I'm gonna give it my all. You guys are gonna know that I've given everything. Yeah.
Somebody
like an
tonight.
Yeah. And yeah, NK's hinted at both men are crazy. Kenny Omega's not to be underestimated in this kind of match. Obviously, we all know at this point this was Kenny Omega's baby. This was his idea of having this match. So does anyone see anything here different than the champion retaining?
No. For some reason, if Paul White doesn't announce whoever's debuting in the middle of the card, that person is going to debut right after this. Like, it's going to attack Moxley with Omega, and that person is going to just run house, and we're going to be like, please be Lesnar. I don't want to get too everyone's hopes up, but just imagine this: after a crazy barbed wire death match, Lesnar just F5s everyone, and then we come off the air. But
you know what we didn't mention as well? Didn't Meltzer say whoever it is gave or will give Vince a heart attack? Something along those lines?
Did Meltzer say that?
I'm sure I read that somewhere, man. I'm sure I read it somewhere. I mean, could have been hand information anyway, what I read, but if that's the case.
The biggest names it can be is Lesnar or CM Punk. Honestly, that's the biggest names that's gonna make people sit up. I think at this point, the way they've hyped it up, like we said, anyone else is probably gonna be a bit underwhelming. Even if it's a massive legend, I think it may be a bit underwhelming. But yeah, the biggest active wrestlers it could be is Lesnar and CM Punk, if you want to call him active. But
When they said talent as well, I think maybe you might be spot on with Mauro Ranallo as well, man. If they can just do it at the start of the show, just make it a little feel good moment, and then kind of brush it under the carpet, carry on, and you look forward to a death match now.
well,
It
that's
could
what
work.
they will have to do now. If it's not Lesnar or CM Punk, they kind of will, because they've hyped up so much. They'll kind of just have to say this. Okay, it's this person. Know that everyone will be like, okay, cool, but it's not who we were expecting, and then move on to the rest of the card.
I can't accept that. I'm so sorry. I love Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo is like the best commentator in the world to me. I love him. He's an asset to any company.
Yeah.
You can't come on international internet and say
international internet.
You can't come into an international internet and say this is one of my favorite wrestlers in the world or talents in the world on that multiple different platforms and gas it, saying that this is like, even from what Dave Meltzer said, it's going to give Vince a heart attack. You can't do that with Mauro Ranallo. I'm so sorry. It needs to be somebody that when they step into the arena, the ground shakes.
Yeah. Someone that has real presence.
Yes.
Let's just take some of the chat comments here. Jonesy chats wrestling. He said Omega is winning 100%. Should be an amazing match. I agree, bro. West Coast Popcast. I've never seen this kind of match in full, only highlights, but I trust these two working with each. This is a main event attraction for sure, 100%. My only thing is I thought Kenny was still fighting through an injury. Okay, I haven't heard of any injury.
Yeah, he's been yeah, from December there was like issue. He said he was working with an injury, but yeah.
He's I guess he won the title with an injury, so if that's the case. Jonesy Chats Wrestling says long shot for ladder match is Nick Aldis.
I thought about that, but I think it's not. I think is he above it, the TNT
I
belt,
think
maybe?
I actually mentioned Nick Aldis the other day in one of my shows, saying that I think he could be the other member of this 4 horsemen thing that they seem to be doing.
Wouldn't be
Jonesy's also said, how do you feel if it was RVD? I think that's underwhelming. At this point, it's underwhelming.
Is TK a big ECW mark in it?
Apparently he is.
So it could be, man.
It could be, but I think at this point it's underwhelming. No? Like, no one wants to see RVD in that kind of capacity, I don't think, anymore. We know he's physically, he doesn't look like he's up to it. His last run in Impact with his misses probably soured a lot of people on him.
Sorry, I was trying to find this Meltzer quote as well, but I don't know if there's anything to it. A lot of people are mentioning it, that he has said it, but I can't find anything concrete, man.
I feel like I need to temper I need to detox and temper my expectations, because it's getting a bit bad now.
It's getting a bit mad, isn't it?
It's getting a bit bad. It's getting a bit
bad. West Coast Popcast says he's been waiting to see Nick Aldis. That'll be dope, and he agrees that Aldis would be a good addition to the Horseman reboot. Jonesy Chats Wrestling. TK said earlier today, it's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He's going to do great things for us. And apparently the wrestler is under 50. Okay. That's a pretty massive pull, but that makes us think that it is someone that is active.
I'm happy you said under 50. I can rule out.
That rules out RVD. I think RVD is 50. Guys, I mean, let's enjoy it for who it hopefully is. That brings our predictions show to an end. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. Thanks for everyone that is watching live and joined us in the chat as well. Please make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit us with the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. GG, do you want to tell the people about your podcast and where they can find you?
Yeah, man, at GG on Wrestling on Twitter. The podcast is called There's Something About Wrestling. Find it wherever you get your podcast from. I've got loads of good stuff in the pipeline. I've taken a small little break, little recess, and yeah, things are coming. So look out for it.
Yeah, guys, I could vouch. GG does like live watch-alongs on the podcast, so you can get involved, watch what he's watching as well as he kind of commentates through the pay-per-views and the matches. NK, do you want to let the people know where they can find you too?
Yeah, find me on Twitter at NK_preach. Yeah, I'm gonna be tweeting. I mainly tweet about AEW, New Japan.
Look at this
Soon to be
mark.
yeah, pretty much. Soon to be Stardom fan. But yeah, definitely
Yeah,
just
hit
follow
me
me on
up with
Twitter.
some matches, man. I need to get
Oh,
involved.
bro,
Let
I'm
me
actually
know.
watching I was actually watching Stardom today, like the Cinderella pay-per-view. So far, so good. I
Proper.
haven't finished it, but so far, so good.
Yeah, everyone, their contact details is in the description right now, so you make sure you follow them, hit them up as well for all of their content. And that is it. I hope you all enjoy the Revolution pay-per-view. We'll be back here on Monday. I've got a review show, 6:30 UK time, so that'll probably be 1:30 East Coast time. So you can join us there for that. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.